For your Eye on Health this Thursday morning, we're learning more about muscle loss. It's an unavoidable part of aging or inactivity, but there's another hidden factor that can be weakening your body right now. Joining us via Zoom, we have Dr. Swathi Varanasi-Diaz with more details on the lesser-known dangers. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so let's start with some of the fallacies, maybe truths and falses. What is getting enough sleep have to do with this? Do we need enough sleep?
Absolutely. Sleep is so important to our sleep and our overall muscle health. And studies actually show that poor sleep habits can prevent muscle repair and reduce muscle protein synthesis, which means at the end of the day, we'll be creating less muscle.
All right, are we still holding that 8 hours of sleep a night, or have they revised that?
I would say between 7.5 and 8.5 is still the ideal amount for most Americans.
All right, that's a tight window. I'll try to make it. All right, what medication should folks be mindful of using if they want to keep their strong muscles?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, what kind of medication should people be mindful of using if they want to keep strong muscles?
Absolutely. So there are a few classes of medications like statins, if you've heard of atorvastatin, for example, or diuretics that are often used in heart conditions, as well as the ever popular GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy, because these certain medications can actually accelerate muscle loss over time, which is why there are some, nutritional options as well as dietary supplements that can help support them.
So who is most at risk, or who should be most concerned about muscle loss? Are we talking men, women, or is it a certain age group?
So it's really anyone should be concerned about muscle loss, particularly as we age. But if we're looking at a certain patient demographic, I would say anyone over 40, because this is when, the body starts to produce fewer hormones, it builds muscle more slowly, and we just naturally lose muscle over time.
All right, let's talk about ways we can keep that muscle. How do we preserve our muscle?
Yeah, so there are many strategies. The first thing I would say is continuing to consume high protein, high fiber meals, and when possible, strength training on a regular basis, or even just walking around the block, starting there and working with movement. And then the other thing, I know that we lead such busy lives. So if those things don't seem to fit what you're, doing day to day, I always support a certain number of dietary supplements to support muscle maintenance. The first one is omega-3 fatty acids, which you might be familiar with in the fish pill that can reduce muscle inflammation and support building new muscle. Then there's also seaweed, which you can eat as well as get from, a supplement as well, which is rich in antioxidants and minerals to protect muscle cells. And then if you feel like you're not getting enough protein from your diet, I always recommend a high quality protein powder because that has essential amino acids for muscle repair and growth. And then finally, fortotropin, which is a natural compound derived from fertilized egg yolk that has been clinically shown to boost muscle protein synthesis by 18% in adults who are in their mid-60s who are not adding any additional exercise. And you can get this supplement through MYOS MD. I'm actually on their medical advisory board. And so I am very passionate about how we can help patients from a multi-prong approach really help preserve muscle over time.
Yeah, great tips at how we can preserve muscle. Dr. Swathi, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you'd like to learn more, please visit myosmd.com, where I frequently conduct webinars on muscle health.
All right, will do. All right, lots to come here on CBS News at 8, including what Jordan's working on.
We are working on a recap of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's State of the State address. Those details about education and roads and all that good stuff in between coming up next.
And remember, you can always find more local stories on our stream. Just download the CBS News app for free to get your latest local news, sports, and weather anytime, anywhere. You can also catch us on Pluto TV.